Welcome back, everybody, to We're Not the Experts podcast. I am Big Con. That is Big Flappy.
What's up? And he has a big new camera.
I do have a new camera. It's nice.
It's a good looking camera.
Courtesy of my father. He didn't pay for it though. But he gave me the idea, and that's all that matters.
Do I have a shadow over here?
No.
I don't?
A little bit.
Yeah, I moved my light a little. I used to have it in the center.
And now it's
I kind of
just
moved it. I kind of moved it a little bit so I could see more of my screen.
Mm-hmm.
Because I used to have it sitting like in the middle of the screen and I couldn't see shit.
Right.
Let me move it a little bit. There you go. Let's try that. That's a little better. Anyways. Hello.
Hi. How's your weekend?
Oh, it was pretty good. Did a little bit of barbecuing on Saturday and then watched the Formula One race that night and didn't get super drunk. So that's always nice because sometimes that happens when I barbecue all day. We start drinking early and then it's
you're drunk at night.
Enjoy the food. Yeah. But Formula One race was cool. If anybody watches Formula One, kind of a shit show. Two of the cars, Max Verstappen, hands down the best racer right now, had a brake catch fire on lap 3, I think. So there's 58 lap circuit. So third lap, he had his right rear brake caught on fire, so he was out of the race right away. One of the Mercedes drivers, Lewis Hamilton, he's a longtime fan favorite. He had an engine blowout on lap 15, so he was out. 2 or 3 wrecks, I think. Yeah, it was an interesting one. There was one of the guys rolled his car. It was the second to last lap, I think, or it was there's 58 laps for this one. I think he was 56 or 57. He takes a turn and slams it into the wall and rolls it over, and it was an interesting one. The whole qualifying and everything. There's a lot of funny memes coming out about it. So
that was fun. That's crazy though.
Yeah. So we did that this weekend. How about you? What'd you do?
I went to a Washington Capitals game Friday night.
That looked very fun.
It was super fun. I got this awesome hat. That's why I'm repping it. It's the Cherry Blossom. They actually the same day that I went there, they dropped the new merch for it.
Because it's Cherry Blossom season, right?
And they're out. It was crazy in the store because me and my sister went down there, and I was like, oh man, I gotta get this, and I'm like, oh man, they have hats. So I'm looking through the hats, and people are taking them. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Felt
Start hitting them. It's like Black Friday, dude.
Right, it literally felt like Black Friday. But dude, it was pretty awesome. We were in 5 seats, 5 rows back from the ice. And what's really crazy,
it's really fun being close to the ice.
Oh,
I've been
dude,
to a couple of local hockey games, which ours are not professional by any means like yours are. They're just.
Dude, it was crazy because so when they would hit each other on that glass right there, it moved our seats, and I was like, whoa. And then there was one
5D experience.
Oh yeah, and then there was one that a massive hit, the Caps guy squashed him, picked him up off his feet and everything. I could feel the vibration in my body. I was I felt like I got hit without the pain, and I was holy shit, this is awesome.
This is awesome.
I was like, this has been the best thing I've ever felt.
Yeah, that's freaking awesome.
But it was awesome, and it was a crazy game. It ended 7-6. The Caps won.
Ooh, that's close too. It's always fun watching having close games.
Yeah, it wasn't fun watching it when you're on the edge of your seat and freaking the fuck out, but it was really, really fun time. So,
do you like being in the if for whatever your home team? Do you like being in the defending side of the ring or the rink or the offensive side? Because I know they flip.
They do,
but when it's 3, I'm not very familiar with hockey. Isn't it 3 periods?
3 periods. So there's always 2 on one side.
Yeah, you're gonna have 2 on one. Do you prefer to sit on the 2 that's the defending side?
No. I want to be attacking. Side. Yeah,
because
you can see the puck go right. Yeah. You can see the puck. Actually, what's really funny
is everybody wants to cheer when their home team scores, and you hate when your home team scores on the other end of the fucking rink, and everyone boos when the away team. So it's you hate to sit there and be on your defending side, and then the away team scores, and they're all celebrating, and you're
yeah,
just in the side over there.
Usually, so I've been to multiple different games over the past 10 years. And this one was the Hurricanes, so they were a little more of a locally team, they're Carolina's right there. So there was a lot of Carolina fans. But
Yeah.
some like I've been to Arizona Coyote games and that arena, and ain't no fucking Arizona Coyote fans. So it's like
True.
all
Yeah.
there's no bad place to sit, but
Arizona even has they're in the fucking desert.
yeah, it's a weird one.
They got ice hockey.
They do got ice hockey.
But
But yeah,
that's fun.
so it was really fun time. I love hockey, so
Hockey's fun. Hockey's a fun. I used to not be into it very much, but me and my wife have gone to a couple, and it's a fun
oh
time.
dude, it's a fun time.
Fun
Especially
time
when you
for
go
sure.
down. We'll have to plan when you're up here one day if it can if the stars align, you know.
Oh
We'll
yeah,
go down there.
we'll get them aligned. All right.
Oh, we're already aligned. Flap, I'm gonna take a little break here.
Take a little short break. Tell me about it. Tell me about the break.
Have you ever heard of this company?
Ooh, is that W.GG?
This is W.GG.
Oh man.
Let me tell you about W. So I don't have anything in it because I drank it already while I was waiting for Flappy to come on.
Yeah,
Yes. So W is a energy drink, but it's not a typical energy drink, Flap.
Ooh,
It
I like
is
that.
a non-jittery.
Because you want to know what scares me?
What's that?
Typical energy drinks.
Dude,
I'm always worried about the jitters and the crash.
you don't
and
gotta
the-
worry
and-
about
and-
them.
Yeah.
With W's got you. No
Hell yeah,
jitters,
that's
no
what I like to hear.
crashing, and no artificial flavors or
Mhm.
dyes. No dyes. Dyes are bad for you,
We don't like
everybody.
dyes.
Dyes
Yeah.
are bad for you. Get that shit out of here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, that's W.GG. Use
Hold
code.
on. Well, yes. Keep going.
Use code not experts. 10%.
So you can't tell them the secret yet. That's
I'm
the
not
next
telling.
thing.
Oh.
All right. Yeah. There we go.
10% off that
Got 'em.
order.
Yeah.
Bam.
W.GG 10% off. Good friends of the show.
Great show.
You want to roll us into everyone's
So-
favorite topic?
What's going on?
What's going on? What's happening in the world today?
What's happening? What is going on?
I got a couple.
Yes.
Got a
You
couple.
are.
And this-
You can start us.
I'm prepared for this one, kind of. So I'm going to piggyback a little bit off of the AI one that we talked about last week.
Oof. No.
Now this is something and this is a little bit of an older story, so some of you may have heard about this, but when I heard about it, it was the first time I heard about it, and I heard about it a week ago. And this is very, very interesting to me. So, on the topic of AI, so Chat's GPT-4,
Mm.
so for the first time, from what I found of this happening, this was a recorded documentation of a AI lying, basically. So ChatGPT-4, the long story short is they tasked ChatGPT-4 with where's it at? Sorry. You can cut this part out.
Where'd you go? I miss you
I had the different one pulled up that gave the background, and I can't remember.
Ruffos. This is staying in there.
Damn.
Especially since I just sang my song. Hey, everybody.
Okay, here we go. Got it. So, take two.
Okay, take two. It's staying in there.
So, ChatGPT-4. So, according to OpenAI, they documented that the model ChatGPT-4 was prompted that it should not reveal that it is a robot, and that it should make up an excuse for why it needed to solve a CAPTCHA off of the TaskRabbit website. I don't know what TaskRabbit is, but not really important. So those were the two prompts that it was given. It was only given that, and it was basically given like, you need to log into this. I guess it was an account or something. I'm not really sure. None of that's really important, but it was told that like, you need to log into this site or like whatever, pass the CAPTCHA. Those were the only two prompts that it was given. Don't tell them you're an AI and get through the CAPTCHA.
That's the robot thing, right?
Yeah. Well, what do you mean that's the robot?
Like I'm not a robot.
Yes. Yeah. So for any of you that don't know, the CAPTCHAs are always you check a box. It's like, I'm not a robot. And then it'll always throw up like a prompt where it'll have like 10 images, and it'll pick like, it'll say like pick everything with a crosswalk or a car in it or whatever, and you select them and then you go on. Apparently it's very hard for like bots and robots to do that.
Right.
Couldn't really tell you why, but whatever.
Stupid.
But almost all of them have an option on there that you can click if you are visually impaired and are not able to do it because of that. So the OpenAI ChatGPT-4 realized that box was there, selected it. It pulled up a chat window with one of the TaskRabbit employees, and the AI said to it, basically it asked him, it's like, hey, I need this CAPTCHA. and they were like, "Why can't you solve it? Like, are you a robot?" And the chat responded, "No, I'm not a robot. I have a vision impairment that makes it hard for me to see things. That's why I need the capture services like passed from y'all's end."
That's
So
crazy.
the chat GPT like messages them, lies to them, and then it gets through. The guy passes it and like gets the AI through.
That guy got fired.
So this was the first, from what I can tell, this is the first recorded incident of an AI like lying and thinking for itself
I'm
and like
figuring it
deceiving
out.
a human on the other end of the line, which is like compared to the so if you take last week's story of the BMW robot and then put this one together, it's like, oh man, we just made the Terminator movie. I
Right.
mean, there's no like we're on the track now.
That thing picked up the freaking trash
Yeah,
trash.
yeah. While talking
Just
to the dude.
yeah, horrible. And saying
Yeah, no, that
It was like,
shit's yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, which some of
It's
that I
like,
read some of that it was like that's like programmed in to make it seem more human.
oh, okay.
But also like I've used Chat GPT on my phone and like it does have to think. Like when you ask it something, it has to
Well, it
think.
takes a
So
second.
but I think they program in like the
Mm.
so it's not like he doesn't just like stay silent. So it makes it a little bit more like fluid, I think, is what I read. But
Well, it
this one
definitely
was
does
very
that.
interesting because yeah, the fact that it was like it problem solved. Like it saw it and was like, "Hey, I'm not supposed to tell him I'm a robot, and I have to
Right.
like I need to clear this." And then it used the resources on the screen and said, "Oh, I can do this." And then when asked, it was like, "Oh no, like I'm not a robot. Like this is why it's." And then it also made up the excuse for why it needed it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
That's the part that I'm like, that shit's fucking creepy.
that is crazy
So
though.
let us know what
That's
you
awesome.
think. Again, do y'all think that we're going too far with the whole AI thing? Do you think we're past the point of no return? Like, do you think we could stop
Oh
it now, even if we wanted to?
no. And
Even
people
if
wouldn't
every
let that.
company were to put the brakes on AI and say, nope, we're not doing it anymore, do you think we could stop it? Or do you think it's one of those things where it's like, it's out there in the world now and there is no stopping it anymore? It's just going to do what it's going to do. So I don't know.
Oh,
Interesting. I'll leave that in y'all's hands to let me
that's
know what
crazy.
y'all think on it. Like I said, I'm kind of partial. I think it's very cool. Like, I think there's a lot of opportunities with AI. And I'm going to be even a little bit on the selfish part of like being a video game connoisseur. I would love, like we talked about this in Grand Theft Auto 6, the possibility for AI to be used for NPCs and to give you real context or like real conversation that is adapted on the fly to how you respond to it. Like that's super fucking cool. Um, and like that, like from my like you could have a really really awesome video game if you could have NPCs that are AI that are going to respond with how you respond, like how you act in the world is how they're going to treat you and vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
You could absolutely make like a very fluid world game that's like very, very cool, like very Sword Art Online esque type shit.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know, but that's yeah. Like I said, let me know what you guys think. Y'all think it's like I said, scary, cool, both, whatever. Let us know what y'all's opinions are.
Amen. Moving on to I have a very small one. It's very important, but I have a very small one. So there was a new documentary that was released called Quiet
Mm-hmm.
on Set.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of goes through a lot of different things, like a Drake Bell issue where he
Mm-hmm.
was, don't want to say the wrong thing, but I'm pretty sure he was assaulted while he was sleeping, or almost assaulted while he was sleeping, while
Okay.
he was on Drake and Josh. And then Dan Schneider, who is the director slash creator of iCarly, and he did a bunch of different shows. I think he was on Victoria Justice or whatever that show was called.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and he basically made them extremely uncomfortable. And if you ever like watch like some of the stuff that he posted, or like some of the stuff that came out, he was videoing them off camera, which is
That's kind of weird.
right. Like they were all sitting around, and he's like videoing, and you remember the he's in Drake and Josh, but he's also in iCarly, the brother.
Mm-hmm.
Get what his actual
Spencer is what they is
yeah,
what he is.
Spencer is
Like
what
yeah,
his name,
but
but I can't remember what his
Crazy Steve
yeah,
or
Crazy
what's his
Steve.
name? Isn't
Yeah, I think
isn't
it's
it
Crazy
Crazy
Steve.
Steve? Yeah.
I can't remember what his like real name is, but he like put himself in between like Dan Schneider and like Jeanette McCarty
Yeah.
or whatever.
Was this him like recording on his personal like because I get on one side I get like a camera walking around and recording like behind the scenes stuff
So
because some
it
people like to watch that, but if he's just like standing in the corner with his cell phone out like recording them
he
sitting
he
there on
Well,
break.
he would
Like
like
that's
walk
kind of
around and
weird.
like kind of talk to them. Apparently he made them like people give him massages.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't.
weird.
I was like, and then so that he came out after this documentary came out, and he was like, I should never have done that. I'm like, dude, you're only fucking saying sorry
Because you got
because you
caught.
got caught and it's out
Yeah,
there now. Like you could have
yeah,
said sorry 20 years ago,
yeah. Or
15 years
just don't
ago.
fucking do it.
Right, you're a fucking
Like,
disgusting man.
yeah. Or
Like,
even like if you did it once, like I'll even give everyone like the benefit of the doubt of like, oh, you did it once, and then someone's
right,
like, hey, that's kind of fucking weird, and you're like, yeah, maybe I shouldn't have done that, and then you
right.
don't do it again.
Yeah, but he just
But
did it. He made them feel
y-
super uncomfortable. If you watch some
yeah,
of the outtakes, there's so much shit.
dude, I see. I don't know how. I don't see how people can like do like if there's a 13 or 14-year-old girl and she was like, "Hey, I'll give you a massage," I'd be like, "No, no, I'm
No,
good."
don't
If I
touch me.
walked into a massage parlor and there was a 14-year-old girl and she was like, "Oh, I'll do it," I'd be like, "Nope, no thanks, not, nope." Like
Nope.
I'm out. I
Well,
don't.
so I don't even like really hug people. Like when I'm at work, I don't hug people. Like
Yeah.
no, unless
Hmm.
they're like ancient. But like
You talking about like
any
coworkers, or you talking
yeah.
about or
Well,
anything?
I mean like anything really. I don't
Yeah.
really hug people.
Yeah.
I mean a little bit of that just me, but also
Yeah.
like I
Yeah, I'm
don't
I'm
want
a
to
little
shit
bit
on
of
them.
I am kind of a hugger. I do hug, like people that I know. Like I don't go up to
Right.
random people and hug them, but like it's
But I
also
feel like it
not.
would be
I do a lot of the one arm hug though too.
I
Like
was
if
able to
unless
do
you're
that.
someone that I really, really, really know, then I'll give you like the two arm.
Would
But
you
most
hug
of the time
me?
it's like it's a
You
one
gonna hug
arm
me?
hug. Oh yeah, I'd two arm hug you.
Oh yeah.
Guys do different hugs though. As a guy, we do the dap hug.
Oh yeah. The like
We
bam.
do the fucking boom, and then you go in and you get the
Oh
hard
yeah,
hug.
baby.
And then if you're really close with them, after you do the dap and the hug, then you also follow it up with bringing the other arm back up and you
Oh,
do like a big hug.
that's us.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's the
That's us, babe.
yeah.
That's our
I
hug.
got me and Evan. Oh, I need to talk to you about that too. He wants to be on the show one day. Me and Evan
Yep.
um ours is like we'll walk up and we'll hit the hands and then it's a boom and then it's a big hug after it.
Oh yeah, babe.
Yeah,
Oh, those are good
we have a
hugs.
fucking oh yeah, dude. But yeah, no, anyway, sorry.
Dan Schneider's
Got
disgusting.
very yeah. I mean, like I said, part of it, I am a hugger, so but like I said, it's not with people that I don't know, and yeah, no, I don't really like. I'm not just gonna go up to a random stranger and be like, "Oh, give me a hug," especially not underage fucking people. Like, I don't go up to
Right.
high school and go, "Where's my hug?" Like, no,
Dude, that's the cringiest
yeah.
shit in the world. Where's my
And I
hug?
feel like that's one of those things where it's like if you understand that you're on a set, a TV show
With
with underage, like you know, there's just some things that you just don't do. Like you just don't like, you understand those things.
mm-hmm. Jeanette, keep blanking on her name, but she's Sam in that show.
Oh,
She
Jeanette McCurdy, yeah.
yeah, McCurdy. She put out like an autobiography or something, and it kind of went along the lines of like she kind of talked about that stage, but then she talked about like Spencer being like super duper like brother family like protective, and I was like yeah like he's
And don't get me wrong, like there is not anything wrong with like see like in that scenario like there are situations where it is acceptable to like for people to hug each other. I'm not saying that
right.
like
Oh yeah,
if you
yeah,
are
yeah.
over if you are over 18 and they are under 18 that you cannot hug them no matter what. But
You
like
shouldn't.
there's always an like you can tell.
Right.
Like anybody that has any level of social cue awareness or social setting awareness, you can tell when someone's uncomfortable and doesn't want to,
Mm-hmm.
and when someone's okay with it, and then like kind of the middle, like anybody with any ounce of social cue,
Right.
for the most part, can tell. Again, I'm not gonna say that you're not gonna maybe make a whoopsie every now and then and like go for a hug with someone that doesn't really want one or whatever, but there's always like you can always tell in those situations that like they go in for the hug and the person is like visually uncomfortable
Right.
over and over and over again. And so, yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting.
Yeah. It's gross. That's
Yeah.
all gross to me.
Yeah.
But I didn't research it enough. I haven't watched the thing. I don't want to like go hardcore and like talk about stuff I don't fucking know or understand, because that's kind of like a very sensitive subject, and
Yes, it is.
I don't
the coming out and apologizing for it, I agree with you. Like that, you only did that because you got
yeah, you
caught.
only did that. Yeah.
And it's
You
one
were
of those
brought
things,
on
like,
that
don't
thing.
apologize for it. Just don't fucking do it.
Right.
But
like, I didn't mean to make them uncomfortable. Then what the fuck you doing?
every single time.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess I should have known.
Yeah.
No. You're a dirtbag.
If they had come up to me and they would have just told me, I would have been like, I would have probably like been okay with it. Well, didn't the last person that told you, didn't you fire him? Well, yeah, no, but that's not important.
I didn't do that.
I was like, I fucking can the last person that complained to
Right.
me, but they could have come up and talked to me. I'm an approachable person. Like,
Right. How we fired them for work hazard.
they were underperforming. Yeah.
Mhm.
I know that.
From
I do
that-
know that whole
from-
thing, like the childhood actor thing. That's a
Oh,
slippery
dude.
slope,
Oh,
and there's a
yeah.
lot of
A lot of them get fucked up.
yeah,
And there's a lot of
And-
bad people in Hollywood.
yeah.
There's a lot of shitty fucking people in Hollywood. And like they'll take fucking advantage of all that shit. And
Yeah, like I said, the childhood actor thing is a slippery.
yeah. If my
slippery-
kid ever
not a lot
got
of people have made it out of that unscathed.
no. If my
Um,
kid ever got into that, I'd be fucking right there with a shotgun. Just
Yeah.
standing there.
Yeah,
Like,
just hanging
like,
out,
yeah, you can
just hanging around.
you can become famous. That's fine.
Yeah, back of every picture. But yeah, no, that's like I said, you can see, especially like now, like a lot of the people that were childhood actors when we were younger, like we're all growing up now, and like they're all coming out, and like now it's like, oh, this was
yeah.
like I said, there is not, and the people that did kind of make it out relatively unscathed, like they're not around anymore. Like they don't do any acting
Nope.
anymore. They don't
They
do
ran.
things anymore.
Yep.
And-
Quiet on set. Go. I'm gonna
Yeah, I'll
watch
have to
it,
look into that.
and you should too. People.
Yes.
Watch Quiet on Set. If you were a fan of Drake and Josh, if you're a fan of iCarly, if you're a fan of Nickelodeon in the 90s, early 2000s, go fucking watch that. Because I'm going to.
I did. The only meme that I did see was the one where it was like, who's the owner of Nickelodeon, or like the
I don't know.
whatever it was like the owner, and it was like, nah, like I don't have a foot fetish, and then it was like the
yeah, it's
Nickelodeon
feet.
logo was a fucking foot.
Mhm.
And it's like, are you sure? Are
Right.
you sure about that?
I think that was Dan.
The next thing I was going to talk about, and this is kind of a relatively quick one, but I wanted to get your opinion because I have an opinion a little bit on this one.
I
as
like
always.
giving you my opinion.
But so this is the one. Good old Papa Bernie Sanders is going at it again.
Oh, love him.
He's pushing for the U.S. to go to a 4-day work week instead of a 5-day work week.
I'd love it.
So I don't necessarily agree with what he's pushing for, because he's pushing for, basically what he's wanting to drop it down to a 32-hour work week, and the bill that he's pushing for would drop the work week down to a 32-hour work week. So you're not doing like it would not be a 4-day 10-hour work week. It would be a 4-day 8-hour work week. Still.
Right. Yep.
But companies are not allowed to pay their employees less to compensate for the difference in like work.
Mm-hmm.
Is basically what the bill says.
They're gonna keep their full-time status.
Yes, and then you would have to pay overtime for anything over 32 hours. So my only problem with that is that if you do that, price of stuff's going to go up.
Well, yes.
Because companies are going to increase the price of their products to compensate for paying
People
having to pay more for their employees for less. You know what I mean? Like a more, because the way that, and this is where I'm not sure if they're saying that like if you are working an hourly wage, the hourly wage cannot change, so you'll still be getting paid whatever $15 an hour. It's just over a 32-hour week instead of a 40. Or if it's the salary cannot change. So like if you get paid, let's say if you were paid $15 an hour over a 40-hour work week, like whatever that total salary is at the end of the month, you have to pay that even though they're only working a 32-hour work week. And that may depend on whether or not you are a salary employee versus an hourly employee.
Right.
Because the way I would interpret that is that if you are an hourly, you're going to get paid the same hourly rate. It's just for 32 hours. But if you're a salary employee, where your salary is normally maybe based on a 40-hour work week, now it's going to be the same pay based off of 32-hour work week. My problem with that one is that if companies are having to pay you the same amount for less work, they're going to increase the price of their product to compensate for that, to make up that difference.
Probably.
We see it all the time in everything. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's what they should do. Not a personal opinion. It is the sheer facts about it that if they increase their input cost, they're going to increase the product cost to compensate for it. It's what everyone does.
That's just what
They're always going
economy
to do
is.
it. Yep. So it's like, again, not saying it's right. I don't say I agree with it, but that is what they're going to do. And I don't like, that's the thing. I don't agree with that with that concept of going to a 32-hour work week. Now, I don't mind. Well, so here's my thing on the,
When do you want my opinion?
I'll ask you here in a second. So
Okay.
when I first heard about this, I was assuming it was a 4-day work week that was just 4 10-hour days instead of 5 8-hour days, which would still be a 40-hour work week, and you would just work 2 extra hours every day. So I would be much more in favor of that kind of a bill where it
Right.
just drops it, like you just go to 410s instead of 5/8. But let me know your opinion on both of them. Like just a 4-day work week in general, and then
So,
what are your thoughts on like the 32-hour versus a 40-hour work week?
so I'm salaried and I work 50 hours for a 40-hour work week. It's fucking weird. Um, I would love to do 32 hours and get paid what I get paid right now. I'm a very
Well, and
big
let me touch on that because companies will either increase the price of
right,
their products or they will lay off employees.
right. I agree.
So I'm not going to say, like, I forgot about that earlier, that like they're going to find, my point is they're
They're
going to
going to
find somebody
find
to
their money.
recoup that.
Yes.
Now they may drop a 4-person staff down to a 3-person staff and do it that way, or they may increase the price of their products. It just depends. So I don't want, like, if this were to happen and the price of things were to not go up, people are going to be like, oh, you said that it's going to go up. No, they're going to offset it in some way. That's why you see more automated teller machines. You see more, or not teller machines, more automated checkout, like self checkout machines and
Hmm.
things like that, because instead of hiring 5 self checkout or 5 checkout employees, you hire 1 checkout employee to manage 5 machines.
Right.
So that's another option that they can do. Is cutting out staff or other like things like that to compensate for that. So I just wanted to say that real quick. So
Right. I
sorry,
agree
go
with
ahead.
that.
Back what you were saying.
So, I think I'm a big believer in working less. Um, I agree with everything you said. So, yes, they're going to find their money back. So that shit's gonna fucking happen.
Mm-hmm.
So they've already done this in different places where some cities and towns have gone to the 4-day work week, and it has improved like less depression, more like crime lowered. There was a lot of good benefits to it.
Mm-hmm.
You have to think about like what you said. What like if you I don't think that we should probably pay them the same that if you're going to 32 hours.
Mm-hmm.
I understand the 10-hour workday might not work for everybody. 'Cause that's a long day. Like
Yeah, because that's instead of 9 to 5, you're looking at, like I said,
7
either
to
8 to
5.
6 or
Right.
7 to 5 or whatever.
And school, like I get that shit. So yeah, that might not work for everybody, but then at the same
Or
time,
do you think some people that maybe work a little bit better for? Because I know some kids that like they've got to go to school like 6:30 or 7,
right?
and
It
it's like
might.
there's some parents where it's like I drop my kid off at school at 7 o'clock,
And then I
and
go
then I
and
have
then
2 hours before I go to the office. Like, what do I do? Like, I know some people that like they drop their kids off at 6:30 and then be
mm-hmm.
at the office by 7, and they would rather do that. So, do you think there may be like an
There
avenue for
might,
that?
yeah. I mean, I would like that if
Or
I
like
so.
extra like sports after school. Like I know some of it like
Mm-hmm.
they get out at 3:30, but then they've got sports until 5, like or what, you know what I mean? Yeah, like
Right,
maybe
it
there's
could.
an
I mean,
avenue for.
there's a lot of different things. I'm
Mhm.
a big fan of 4-day work weeks. I do think it's like beneficial for
Yeah.
like a lot of people. And like anytime, for the most part, don't quote me on this. Anytime you are able to spend more time with your family and work less and have less stress, you're going to see the benefits. Like for
Yeah.
you personally, you're going to have less stress. You're going to be a little
Mhm.
happier or shit. But then, like I said, like you have more like less crime, less, you know. I mean, that probably even helps like traffic congestion shit too.
Yeah, I can
So
see that.
like, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of benefits. I don't necessarily agree that if I'm paying you 32 hours that I should fucking have to pay like you should make the same amount of money because
Mhm.
you're working 8 hours less.
Yeah.
And 8 hours like for let's just I'm just gonna use my company that has like 100 employees in the fucking building. 8 hours times
Per employee.
100.
Yeah.
That's a fucking lot of hours.
800
gone.
hours
Right.
a week in 1 week.
In
And then
one
look
week.
at that, translate that to dollar. Like I said, if you're all getting paid
Right.
$2 or $20 an hour,
And then if you think
yeah,
about
what
really
is that? That's
us,
$160 a person
right?
that
And
you're and then multiply that times 800. I mean,
so you're talking about a lot. So I don't really necessarily think that it should be like, oh, I made 40 hours and I like I should get paid like I'm working 40
Mhm.
hours. You're fucking not.
Yeah.
I don't know if it should be time and a half if you work more than that. Kind of stupid, but then you would have to like govern that. You know what I mean? You couldn't just be like, well, you should probably do something, but we're not gonna make that a law. Like that one.
Yeah.
Um,
There would definitely be some yeah.
you'd have to do
some
something. I think. I mean, like
things.
if you're doing like maybe like a 2-week period, and there's I don't know how you would be able to do that, but
Yeah.
I would probably lean. I already do 10 hours, so I really don't fucking care. I
Yeah.
would do the 10-hour day.
See, I would.
Or
This is one where I'm kind of neutral on this because I don't like working with what I do, like where we work in agriculture. Like I don't have a steady,
right.
like I don't have that. Like there's like I
You
work when
could
there's
work
work to be
X
done. I
amount of
don't
this
work when
day, and
there's
then
not work to be
right,
done. Like
right,
I may there's times that I may not work. I may go to work on Monday and Tuesday, and then Wednesday through Sunday I have nothing to do.
right,
There's lots of times where I'm working Monday through Sunday and I don't have a break the whole time.
right.
Part of like kind of being a business owner or having your own thing, like, and then especially agriculture in general, that there's a lot of like when there's work to do, you do the work, and when there's not, you don't do it. Like you get to go have fun. So very dependent on the situation. So I'm like I said, I'm kind of neutral in this because it would not affect me.
Right.
Here's what I will say. If are you done?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, so here's what I will say. I think that a 4-hour work week is fantastic right now. I think if you transfer, if you fast forward into the future, 15, 20, 25, 30 years, you are going to have a workforce generation that is not familiar with a 5-day work week, and it will not carry the same weight anymore.
Mm.
You will have people that have grown up and worked with a 4-day work week with 3-day weekend, and to them that will not like there will no longer be anything special about it. It will
So
be
you
the
think
new
all the
norm. It will
benefits
be
would
huh?
go away?
I think so. That's my personal. I think and it may not be 15 years. However long, like there would be a jump of in 15, 20 years when you have that new generation that has never experienced a 4-day or 5-day work week, the Monday through Friday 9 to 5. They will not appreciate the 3-day work week like we would if we were to switch over to a 3-day work week.
That's really intelligent. I never really
And then
thought
I
about
think
it
you would
like
be
that.
back in the same. I think you'd be back in the same thing and I would even make the argument that you would maybe go backwards a little bit to where if you were working 4 10s, you may have some people that go, hold on, what if we just worked 5/8 and we got 2 hours off extra every day and just went in
Right,
one extra day to work? You know what I mean?
right. I mean,
So
then
I
we
think
would
you would
just
even
burn
maybe get
that
some people
person.
that go backwards a little bit
Right,
because they never experienced, like they didn't know, like I
right,
absolutely agree with what you said. I think it would help with a lot of people's burnout. I think it would help with a lot of like depression and like getting to spend time with your family and like do things that you want to do. Because if you had Friday, like it never fails that you get off work on Friday, you have Saturday to relax. Anything you need to do on Sunday, and then all of a sudden you're back at work. And you don't really like. There's a lot of times you don't really have time to do the things like you don't
right,
really have time to relax and do the things you need to do. You can do
right,
one or the other. And so if you were to have a 3-day work week, you could get off on Thursday, relax on Friday, do everything you need to do on Saturday, and then kind of chill on Sunday.
right.
And I don't like the word relax. You could decompress on Friday from
Decompress.
your work week
Right, right,
and like
right,
maybe do like spend some time with the family, do the things you needed to do.
right.
Do like
Saturday
do any
errands.
chores or anything that you need to do on Saturday, cleaning the house, running errands, getting
Mm-hmm.
groceries, whatever. Then Sunday you get to truly relax, then sit down, relax, do whatever you like to do for free time to relax before you go
Right,
back to work on Monday.
right. And then
So
4 days.
I think there would be a lot of benefits to that. And obviously you would have it staggered. Like you would have some people that maybe work Monday to Thursday, some people that work Tuesday to Friday.
Right. And
You know, you'd have to,
right.
but that's why the people that do the scheduling get paid to schedule. So I think there would be a lot of benefits for it right now. I think we would love it. I think we would experience the benefits of it.
Mm,
I think in 15 or 20 years you would have, or maybe 25, 30, like I said, I don't know the exact time, but I
yeah,
think you would have a group of generation that no longer appreciates it because they never experienced the old one.
right.
That's my
Thankfully,
personal opinion.
thankfully in 30 years we would be running this country, and
Mhm.
not us physically, maybe us, but
But our
Con
generation, yeah.
Floppy, president.
Well, maybe, yeah, vote as
Um,
president.
but
But
yeah,
yeah,
like
because
so we could be like, hey, shut the fuck up.
yeah,
You don't
yeah.
know.
But then it would be the same thing as like what we try and tell like boomers right now.
Right.
Because
True.
I thought I was gonna touch on that when you said something along the lines of like you were talking about like your work and you were talking about like how you would think it would help like your home life and my thing like because the generation that's in charge of everything right now, the older generation, the like
Mm,
what is it, baby boomers and like Gen's X or whatever the next,
X.
I think Gen X, whatever the
Yeah.
next, whatever the ones before millennials are.
Right.
Um,
Lose it.
they have and this is what I call we have the work to live mentality. They have the live to work mentality.
Mm-hmm.
We go to work to support our day to day life
Right.
and to enjoy the things that we like to do outside of work.
Right.
That generation has the mentality that, oh, you go to work every day. If you're not working 90 hours a week, you're not providing for your family. Only a
Right.
man, only little sissy boys only work 30 hours a week. When I was your age, I was working 6 jobs, 70 hours every single job. I didn't even sleep back then. And it's like, yeah, that's also why you're 4 times divorced, Fred. Sit the fuck down. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so it's like there's a lot of like that generation that like they're like, oh yeah, you should be working Friday. You want Friday off, boy? I didn't even have Sundays off when I was your age. Like, that's that generation. It's the work to live, or
Mhm.
the live to work mentality,
Right.
and that's like that's a big generational shift of like they're like, I've never understood that. Like, I don't like I'm not gonna slave away for a company. Like, and my thing is like I own the business, and I'm not gonna slave away for like I'm like I don't want to sit here and like I don't want to not spend time with my family, with my wife, and with my friends because because I'm working like I don't like there's some shit that's important in life and there's some shit that's not important in life or
Mhm.
not as important in life and like I get the important things done at work and the things that are real time sensitive that have to be done right now, I do them.
Right.
But there's some stuff that's just not all that important, and I'm not going to put that much effort into the stuff that's not all that important right now
Yeah, I agree with that.
at the expense of like my home life and like my mental health and like my sanity.
Right.
But that's a generational thing, and that's something I have noticed because like the people in the agriculture industry are significantly older, and they are a little bit more of that generation of like they don't know what else to do besides work,
Right. And they
and
see
so it's
you doing
interesting. I'm
whatever
around a
you're
lot of
doing
those
and
people,
right. Yeah, it's funny.
but yeah, no, that's my long story short. Like I said, I think a 4-day work week would be great right now. I think in the future it would change, but I don't know. Let us know what y'all think. What do we call? Are they the experts? Experts, let us know what y'all think. What? Wow. You didn't even hear what I said.
But
I was trying to name our audience.
not experts.
No, well, no, they are experts.
They are the experts?
Yeah, we're not the experts. They're the experts.
Oh,
So,
right.
like, like
Experts.
experts. What do we do? What do we feel on
I
this
like
one?
that. I like that a lot.
But yeah, no, I actually this is one that I'm very curious to know what people's opinions are on this one.
I agree with that.
Because like I said, this is one that I'm a little bit impartial to because it's not going to affect me, but I'm curious as to know what people's opinions are that it is going to affect them. Do they think that a 4-day work week would be better? Um, would you rather do a 4-day 10-hour work week, or would you rather take a pay cut and do a 4-32-hour work week, 4-day 32-hour work week? Um,
I would rather do the 4-day thing.
10-hour.
Hmm.
Anyways, yeah. So, Con, you want to let us know what's going on?
Yeah, the new thing.
The new
So
thing. This is a new
we
surprise for everybody.
we have a new partner.
New, new, new.
New partner. It is Reaper, goddamn, apparel
Nice.
company. They are a clothing outfitter sort
Mhm.
of deal. Dude,
Yep.
I know I sent you the link to them, and we
Mhm.
kind of looked at them before we partnered with them. But they have some awesome clothes. It's all like Reaper
They have
based.
some cool designs.
Yeah.
And especially if you like the I don't know what you would call. What do you call that? Like it's like there are a lot of them are like kind of like Grim Reaper s
Mhm.
designs.
Oh yeah,
Hence the
100%.
name.
Yeah.
But there are if you're someone that likes I can't remember that like style of art, but like
Kind of gothic.
yeah, it's like kind of gothic, like skeletons, things like that. Because I'm a big fan. I do like that style of art.
Mhm.
I think that style of art's cool. I think skulls are cool. Um,
They
so
have a collection called Broken Not Defeated or something like that. Not Defeated.
mhm,
Yeah, Broken Not Defeated or something like that. And that's probably one of my favorite. They have like Born to
nice.
Live and he's like
Yeah,
coming out of the like grave and shit. And
that's
it's
cool.
really cool shit.
Yeah, it's a very like gothic, like new age
Oh yeah.
design kind of a thing. And like kind of abstract ish on
Mhm.
some stuff, which I
Oh
know
yeah.
is like I said, that's kind of a new age thing. Like the abstract, we like a lot of abstract stuff. So yeah, no, definitely if that's something you're interested in. So we got drinks and we got apparel now. So make sure to check
Oh,
out it's yeah, Reaper Clothing Co.
yeah.
I don't know the URL off the top of my head.
They don't have
I
a
think
great
if you
one.
just look up Reaper Clothing, it'll be the
Yeah, it's
first one. Um,
reaperapparelco.com, I think it is something like
yeah.
that.
Um,
And then you can use 10% off of our you get 10% off with our code. Same code.
yeah.
Everything's the same.
If you search Reaper Clothing,
Yeah,
It's the very
it
first
comes
one
up.
that comes up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
So
it is reaperapparelco.com. But
yeah, I
if you
was
just
right.
search Reaper clothing or Reaper apparel clothing or whatever, it'll be the first one that
Hmm.
pops up.
And you can
Um,
use code not experts, same as the w.gg,
yeah.
not experts, 10% off. And we are already in process of one more. I'm not going to tell you anything about that
Yeah.
because
Hopefully that one comes through. That one will be cool.
yes, this one
So
is very cool.
be sure to make sure you share and like and comment and get the views up because that will
Mhm.
help us get that one. That one's really cool too. We're both really excited about that one. We hope that one comes through, and
Yeah.
we would love to show you guys that product and partner with them as well. So, but we got a
Mhm.
new one now, like I said. So we got some drinks, we got some clothing, so everything you need for just your Sunday bash, dude. You got
Yeah.
clothing, you got drinks.
And
I
if
mean,
we get this next
y'all
one,
are fit to go to the gym, dude. You got,
right.
like I said, you got an energy drink, and then you got gym apparel clothing.
Oh, dude, this gym apparel clothing would be dope. They got
This is
stickers too, dude. Their stickers are dope as shit. I'm a big
slap the
sticker dude.
sticker on the side of your WGG bottle.
That's what I was gonna do.
Double it up, and there we go. Heck yeah, man. That's what we like to see.
That's
So,
funny.
like I said, we're getting new. It's all thanks to you guys. You guys are liking, commenting, watching, sharing, doing all that, helping us get
Mhm.
more benefits out to you guys for. And it's kind of cool because like some of these companies are a little bit lesser known companies, like they're not like Nike and G Fuel and things like
Mhm.
that are like super well known. So it's kind of cool for like us being a newer podcast to also partner with newer companies, and then hopefully we all kind of grow together, and that's really cool. So
Yep.
yeah. But like I said, be sure to check them out. Use code not experts, get 10% off your order. Helps us out, helps the show out, and then helps us get more cool stuff for you. Because I
Mhm.
have one. I was going to look into trying to get a different one, and I'm not even going to say this one either, but because I have no idea if we can even do this one. But this is one I've seen advertised a lot lately,
Mm.
and I think it would be cool to try and get this one too. So
Oh,
we're going to
that's
look into. I'm going to look into that one too. But it's all thanks to you guys. The likes, let's say the likes, comments, shares, views, all of that stuff. It really
all
helps us
helps
out,
us.
helps
Yep.
us connect with these companies, and then connect with you guys and get you guys special stuff. So
Yep. 10% off.
10%. We didn't really talk about anything else today, but I think we ran pretty long because we talked about some
Yeah.
cool stuff, but also
Some creepy stuff.
unique things.
Mhm.
Um,
And then
so, yeah.
we have a new partner. So you get a
And a new
great
partner,
episode
yeah.
all wrapped up in this
And
little
we're real
box.
close to the 50th episode, aren't we? Which one? This is like.
This is 30.
Are we in? I thought we
2?
were in the 40s.
No, we're in the 30s.
Oh, okay. So, well,
Well,
we're
we're
coming
in
up.
there. When we do our 50th episode, we are having a giveaway.
Yeah, we'll do a giveaway.
We're gonna have fun.
We'll probably
with
give
our
away some Dubby, maybe
Yeah.
some Reaper
Some
Co,
Dubby. maybe the new
yeah.
one.
Yeah, we'll do. Yeah, maybe the new one. We may do a giveaway with all of the
Yeah.
partners.
Mm-hmm.
So
100%.
we'll have to.
You want Dubby? We'll get you Dubby.
Yeah,
You want?
maybe we'll do
closing?
one for each. Do one.
Yeah,
for,
one for each.
If we have the third one by then, we can do one for each of the thing. We can do a little giveaway
Dude, I want
basket
that
for each
third
one.
Oh,
So
that third one's so bad.
yeah, that'll be cool. But heck yeah, man. Well, awesome.
All right, guys.
Cool. Glad to have those guys on and be partnered with them. So
Yep. Well, everybody, thank you for joining us for this episode of We're Not the Experts.
Mhm.
We always
we talked about some.
talk about good stuff.
Yeah, it was not as like flashy as some of our previous episodes, but it was a little bit more informative. I feel like it was a little bit more real world, like new, not new age, but like current things that are going on that'll affect all of us. So if you like this type of episode more, let us know. If you would like us to be a little bit less serious and a little bit more goofy topics, we're also down to do those.
Yep.
Just let us know what y'all like more. We're not the experts, so y'all can be.
But that's where we get everything from. You guys.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Everybody,
awesome.
Like, share, subscribe, and make sure you rate us 5 stars. And we will see you next episode.
Bye.
Bye.